With Labor Day here, let's learn more about the history behind this important holiday.
I asked Jane Hampton Cook, a historian and the author of War of Lies, for some background and why it's important to celebrate the American labor. Here's what she told me.
Well, when we celebrate President's Day, we celebrate kind of the top, right, the president. And so it's really appropriate that we also celebrate the American worker. There are a lot of people who work with their hands, and then the average Americans working hard, dealing with all the things that are coming in and out of the economy. And so Labor Day has been this moment where we just take a break from work, we have a little fun, and we honor the American worker.
Work hard, play hard, like they say, right? And Jane, this is something you've done a lot of research on. McGuire versus McGuire. Who founded Labor Day? It's the million-dollar question, because there's Peter McGuire, who was the General Secretary of the Brotherhood of Carpenters, and some say he founded it, whereas others say that the machinist, Matthew McGuire, founded it. So what happened?
Well, so they don't know for sure. There's documentation that suggests, both of them could have. But they were both part of a union, different unions in New York City. And in the 1880s, there was this effort to unionize and to give people rights and to fight as a group against, the industrialists, because this was the Industrial Revolution. And on September 5th, 1882, New York State became the first to set aside the first Monday of September to create Labor Day. And then it became a national holiday by Congress's vote in 1894.
So that's so interesting, Jane, and we often see parades and parties as sort of a way to celebrate this very important day. And when they first had the idea for this holiday, they were thinking that street parades might be the best way to kind of showcase that esprit de corps of trade and labor organizations. Can you comment more on that?
Sure. They really did want these parades in New York City to showcase. You had the Carpenters Union, and you had different unions that came together that ran New York City. I mean, how do you think we got New York City built as it is with all the skyscrapers? You really had people who were really working hard with their hands. And so Labor Day was just this respite. It was time for a parade. And I think now we see it a lot as taking a little vacation. It's people's last hurrah at the end of the summer to get out of town and go visit someplace that they want for a little break before the fall really kicks off.
Really excellent information from you, Jane. How has Labor Day changed over the decades?
I think what's changed is that we've expanded the idea of the American worker. I think initially it really was for people who worked with their hands. And now as the middle class has grown over the years, we see it, in office jobs. People think about other types of labor, not just working with your hands, but going to an office, working on a computer. There's a lot of labor that has changed because our technology has changed. But we still want that break once a year to honor the American worker.
Really great having your contribution this morning. Jane Hampton Cook, historian and author of War of Lies.
Thanks for having me.